Hello, and a very good afternoon to one and all present here. Well, this part of the presentation is my favorite because this is where I introduce myself. So, hello once again. I am a young innovator and an entrepreneur named Prajulan Hedge. I'm currently studying in 9th grade, and I'm also the co-founder and head of product and design at a registered startup or a cloud computing firm called Cloud Attack. I am also a CSM certified and 6 times Azure certified person, and also one of India's youngest Microsoft Azure certified AI engineers. Next slide, please. Today, I'm going to be speaking about a topic that excites all of us. This is a quote that struck my mind a long time ago, and it has stayed with me till date. In the times of adversity, we have a choice. We can be bitter or we can be better. Well, during this pandemic was an adversity, and I chose to be better. Now, I would like to speak about me taking a heads-on competition with this pandemic time. A time which was filled with panic, a time which was filled with boredom and a lot of other boring stuff. How I actually took a heads-on competition against this and how I was able to use this pandemic time fruitfully. Next slide, please. So, first I would like to speak about one of my very first projects during this pandemic. So, this is called the COVID-19 Aid app. This app was launched much before the Arogya Setu of India and many other healthcare apps around the globe. Also, I am a storyteller. I love telling stories, and therefore I would like to announce a story about this as well. Well, one fine day I was very bored at my home. The pandemic, there's a lockdown going on around the nation and you can't do anything much. That's where I realized that I should actually be able to innovate something using this time of boredom. So I always say that boredom is the most powerful tool, and therefore I used this boredom and got my thinking caps on, and I thought, why not create an app where you as a user can actually find all information related to COVID-19 at one place. You can find how likely you are to have how likely you are to have COVID-19 in terms of your symptoms. And that time WHO was filled with news and also the social media was filled with myths. This is where I thought to bring in a difference and create an impact to the COVID-19 Aid app. Next slide. So the same app has won an international level competition by the Massachusetts Institute of Technology called the Coronavirus App Inventor Challenge. This was an international competition which had entries from people around the world, from students around the world, and I can proudly say that I won this competition in an international category under the teen category. Also, my app was featured not only on the newspaper but also the website of the MIT App Inventor under the Coronavirus App Challenge, and they also published this app in social media and about the app in social media as well. The same app was also submitted in a competition through which was taken as a reference for Arogya Setu. So this is my newspaper clipping that you just saw, and this newspaper is Times of India. So there was a complete article that was published about me, and what I feel most proud about this newspaper is it called me a budding entrepreneur. So, next slide please. So these are some of my other achievements that I achieved during this pandemic time. One achievement that I would really like to talk about is the first one, called Srijan. Well, there is a story behind this too, and let me take you through an adventure. Imagine you are a young student who is actually a part of a competition now, and you're taking part in it with all the enthusiasm, with all the passion, and you've been preparing for it since days. You've also attended multiple trainings that the competition had to offer. And just 2 minutes before your presentation, you were told that irrespective of how good your presentation is, you will not be judged. That is, you will not be able to win. The reason being that you are too young. This competition was meant for college students, but since I had not mentioned this, I still decided to take part. And just 2 minutes before my presentation, this happened to me. The jury announced that I would not be judged because I was too young to participate. But still, I was given an opportunity to present my talent in front of them. Therefore, I made the best use out of this opportunity. Irrespective of whether I would win or not, I actually ended up presenting really well, and the jury was awestruck. Due to this, the jury created a separate category called the junior category and awarded me the first prize in it. So this is where I would like to quote that persistence is key. If I had given up at that particular point of time, if I had lost my interest, then I would have not got this competition, and I would not have actually lit this spark of curiosity in me that is driving me till date. These are some of my other achievements. So one more achievement I would like to speak about is called InnoVenture. InnoVenture was a national level entrepreneurship and business ideathon. I know a lot of you would know me as a technologist, as a person who is interested in technology, but I'm also really interested in business and entrepreneurship. However, I've not participated in any competition as such. So I took this as a heads-on challenge. InnoVenture was a competition that actually that lasted for around a year with continuous interviews, tests, and other rounds that were conducted. And in the end, we had to present a business model which would help retailers, yes, our local kirana stores, sustain the e-commerce wave. Well, due to the advanced knowledge I had in this field, I was easily able to come up with a business model. And the business model is so revolutionary that using the discounting strategy, a product that you are buying for 100 rupees in a normal kirana store, using the business model, in the same kirana store you can buy it for 80 rupees. But the retailer would have twice the profit that he would normally get. This is the power of discounting, and that was implemented in my solution, eMarts, which won the first place in this competition as well. Now this is a competition that is very close to my heart. As Rajeshri ma'am mentioned, this is the ATL Marathon. But this is the ATL Marathon 2019. This particular competition has opened unlimited doors for me. Doors that I cannot express in words. Opportunities that I cannot talk about on the stage. The list just goes on and on. And on this occasion, I would like to thank our entire school management for the support that they have provided me through the ATL Labs. And as ma'am correctly mentioned, ATL Labs is one of the best places to be in our school, and honestly one of my favorite places in our school. So this competition was again for almost a year, and my team was coined as the top 20 teams in the entire ATL Marathon 2019. And one thing I want to stand here and ask you is, if I was able to do it, then why can't you? So please do take part in this competition, and because it has opened a lot of opportunities. If I'm standing here on the stage delivering this speech, it's probably because of competition and because of the opportunities it's opened for me. Also, this competition has opened a lot of other opportunities. Just to list a few, I was a person who was much into technology. And so they put me into a mentorship that was driven by Adobe. Experts from Adobe helped me convert my 20 minutes demonstration video to just a 2 minutes ad that explained the story behind my project that I had applied called Fix Me. Now the project of Fix Me is also connected with a story. Imagine this, you're going with your dad on a leisure ride on a two-wheeler. You see a lot of potholes. At that particular instance, what would you do? Such incident happened with me as well. I was going with my dad on a normal road with a lot of potholes, and I was about to fall off the two-wheeler. I thought this was a serious problem as soon as I came home, and I did my homework, I did my research. I found out that the problem does not lie in the unavailability of materials. The government has started, the government has enough resources, and can also buy more whenever necessary. The real problem is in the data. Data is right now the most powerful thing in the world. We know social media does not charge you, but what they charge you on is data. And that is why using Fix Me, government can collect data on potholes. How is this done? Instead of the lengthy process of writing a letter, contacting government officials, following up with them, going through the hierarchy, what you can do is open an app, sign in, and with 2 clicks, your complaint is registered with your address of where you are facing the complaint, and that is notified to the other end of the users, that is the government official. So that was the revolutionary idea that was brought by Fix Me. And next slide please. So this is one more such opportunity that I got from the ATL Marathon. So if you are in the top 150 teams of ATL Marathon, you get a prestigious opportunity to collaborate with Russian students. That is, with students from Russia, from officials and other working professionals from Russia. One such opportunity was the AIM Series Joint Innovation Conclave 3.0 that I was a part of. This particular competition has also given me a lot of opportunities. It has given me an opportunity to be able to communicate with people whom we do not share a common knowledge or a common language with. Also, it has given me the opportunity to understand how a real life project actually works, and we were one of the very few teams that actually deployed the project and that people can actually check out and use. Also, I would like to show, next slide please ma'am. I would like to show a video where one of the top government officials and the head of AIM CDS at Russia actually mentioned my name and also spoke about this competition in a brief. So as a joke here, I would like to tell my name is Prajwal NH and not Prajawala NH from Bangalore. Since that's pronounced in Russian, it comes that way. So among the video please.
Dear colleagues and friends, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to congratulate you with the completion of the third Russian-Indian Project Program. I would like to thank the organizers, our excellent experts and mentors, as well as tutors and young researchers for carrying out the program and achieving such amazing results. Thank you.
Я благодарю наших экспертов за уровень задачи и поздравляю всех участников. Хотела бы отметить и Проджвела Эйнча из Бангалора, и Ксению Боровикову и с вами.
All the participants of the program are talented and inspired students who are real role models. I thank Projwald Ainge from Bangalore, Ksenia Borovikova from Saratov, Sapni Yogi from India, and Dave Abramov from Moscow. And all the participants, you are the future of the global IT industry, which we try to develop here in Sirius.
So this was a gist of what AIM program looks like, and if you're a part of the top 150 teams this year, you too can be a part of this program. For participating in this program, there were various levels of interviews and other quizzes and competitions that had to be taken part in, and after clearing all of them, you were selected as the top people from India. In this competition, one thing I would like to mention is something that touches my heart every time I talk about it. It gives me goosebumps. This one opportunity has given me the privilege to be able to represent my country at an international event. Yes, I got to represent my country in front of Russians, in front of people from across the world, and that is something that always motivates me whenever I think about it. Because the pride that you have in representing your country anywhere throughout the world is nothing that can be described in words, and it's just something that cannot be compared to anything. Also, I would previous slide, please. So also I would like to talk about some of my certifications here. Well, I believe that upskilling is good, but being able to justify and prove your upskilling is great, and that is done through such certifications. So as I mentioned, I'm a 6 times Azure certified professional and also the youngest Microsoft certified AI engineer. I'm also PCEP certified Python programmer. Next slide. Some other certifications that I like to talk about. One is the Microsoft Certified Trainer, which makes me eligible to train anyone on Microsoft Azure technologies. And also one more certification is called the Certified Scrum Master. So this certification is something related to business and management. It helps you manage your team in the most efficient way possible, and at the same time allows you to deliver your deliverables without any delays or without any major problems with the stakeholders. These are revolutionary technologies that I think everyone should be a part of. Also, as I mentioned, this is a picture of me winning the national record by the India Book of Records for the youngest AI engineer in India. So this is something that is again very close to my heart, and this is something that is decided. This 1 week that I am showing on my calendar is something that is decided my future and my current present. This 1 week has given me opportunities, has unlocked opportunities that none other have. Also, this 1 week, as you can see, this is a calendar that I had to maintain for that reason. I sat in front of my laptop at 10:30 AM in the morning and I got up at 8 PM. Yes, because I had continuous competitions, I had school that I had to deal with, and also I had many other events that I was taking part parallelly. One such event was again the AIM Series program, and the second was something called as the T Plus Challenge. And also one more that was running parallelly was the Top 20 Under 20 program. Now, one thing I would like to quote here is a lot of people who ever saw me, especially my parents, they were telling me that in order to gain something, you need to quit something as well. And I believe in that. कुछ जीतने के लिए कुछ हारना भी पड़ता है. But the point is what you decide to give up on. I decided to give up on a little bit of my personal time. The time that I wasted using watching TV, the energy that I wasted there, and rather I channelized it into these days, and the results and the luxury it's brought me, I live it even today. So that is the power of persistence. That is the power of not giving up. And just to name a few, I would like to show what this particular week has actually given me till date. And one more thing I would like to show you is in that calendar, if you observe, there were actually some sessions in between my school time. And I would like to thank all of my teachers for their never-ending support. Because whenever I had a session, I could always ask them to drop off a class few minutes early or to not attend a class. And they would ensure it had no impact on my education. They would ensure that it actually fulfilled my education as well, side by side. They would take extra classes sometimes. And in the next class, they would briefly explain the concept. I would always be open to my questions to help me solve them and ace my exams as well. Next slide, please. So as you can see, this is the T Plus challenge. The reward for this challenge was a 3D printer. If you've seen the 3D printer in our ETL lab, it looks beautiful, isn't it? Let me tell you, it works much more efficiently. Instead of making your projects with cardboard, with any other material, you can design it out and print it using different types of plastics. And these plastics are also eco-friendly since they can be reused. And this is why 3D printer is almost every innovator's dream to have. But a 3D printer does not come cheap in India. It's around 38 to 40k. Yes, you heard me right. And I really wanted this. But come on, you can't just go and ask your parents for a 3D printer, right? I decided to earn it. And since the reward for this particular project was a 3D printer, I didn't give up. I went in the last round and I actually won it. This 3D printer you're seeing right here is a Fireprint 3D printer by the Buy-Box Labs. Another competition you have seen in my schedule that was running side by side is the Top 20 Under 20. This title is very prestigious to me because it tells me that I am the top 20 people of India under the age of 20. And that was a very big recognition for me, and it still is. Therefore, I did not give up at this too, and I have got multiple opportunities because of this one competition as well. I have got a tagline of being India's top 20 under 20. You've all heard about Forbes 30 under 30, Forbes 40 under 40. This was one such competition conducted by White Canvas India called Top 20 Under 20 of India. Now, this is something that I would like to talk about. This has a small story behind it as well. Well, during the AIM Series program or the Russian collaboration that we were doing, there was a lead mentor from India called Bhavish Goswami. He's the founder and he's the CEO of a cloud computing firm called CloudDAD. CloudDAD is a training and consultancy company in India and one of the leading training and cloud consultancy companies in India as well. They have partners with Microsoft, AWS, etc. And when he saw me in that particular competition, at the last day, in the last minute, he sent me a message that he wanted to collaborate with me further and that he wanted to talk to my dad. When he got a call from, my dad got a call from him, he explained his vision of how he wanted to revolutionize learning cloud concepts through a game. Imagine this, if you are able to play Angry Birds and learn cloud concepts. Not only cloud, but any other concept or educational concept that you are interested in. That is the vision that he brought along, and when he told it to me, I fell in love with that vision as well, and we have tirelessly worked towards CloudAttack, and it is now a registered startup with many employees as well, and I can proudly say I am a co-founder and head of product and design there with two other co-founders whom we built this with. CloudAttack is an app that you can install on your Google Play stores, on your Android, and also on your App Store in iOS, and you can enjoy learning cloud computing through a game, battling with people, having duels with them, ranking yourself, and also being able to learn through the most animated videos out there in the industry on cloud computing. So these are some of my media covers. As you can see, so the first one I would like to talk about is the Brainfield magazine. This is an opportunity that was given to me by the top 20 under 20. I had a full page article about all my achievements and about everything that I have done in this one particular magazine. And also one such opportunity was also given by a respected AD sir, through which I was also featured in the Hindu newspaper on an article. Also, I have been featured on the ANI and various other business news as a 14-year-old building a cloud firm and also innovating many apps. My daily routine. This is something I won't take a lot of time in. But two things I would like to mention is number one, learning. You should always learn. Seeing a movie is not wrong. Seeing a web series is not wrong. Seeing a cartoon is not wrong. But what is the point in that is what you learn out of it. If you're seeing a 3-hour movie and if you're able to learn something from it, then that's your time value. But if you're not able to learn anything from it, then that's your time wasted. Also, one thing I would like to mention is reading the news. It's very important to know what is happening around the world. It's important to know what is happening throughout the entire world and what people are doing in their respective domains, and that is what the news helps us with. Let me clear out the stereotype here. News does not mean ये political party ने वो किया, वो political party ने ये किया, उन्होंने इसके ऊपर वो बोला, उन्होंने इसके ऊपर वो बोला. That is not news as we see it normally. News is something that updates us about the day-to-day happenings, and that is very, very important for us. We can't go to all the places in the world, but we can get one newspaper at our home which gets us to the topics of the entire world. Next slide. Financial literacy. This is one more topic I really wanted to speak about on this occasion. Financial literacy. What is financial literacy? Financial literacy is not being able to earn more, but it is being able to understand how you can spend effectively. Financial literacy is the study of money. We all know how important money in our lives today is. Honestly speaking, it has the ability today to decide life and death. A rich man can easily afford a treatment in any hospital, but a poor man may not be able to. And that is where financial literacy jumps in. You can understand the power of money as a tool of transaction, and this is very important. So as a youth, I would like to clear a stereotype here that talking about money is not wrong, but misusing it is. And financial literacy educates us how to use money in the right manner and in the right aspects of life as well. Next slide, please. So I would like to thank each and every one of our school for this wonderful opportunity, all of the awesome audience that have been patiently listening to me, and also I would like to thank our science department and especially AD sir, principal ma'am and vice principal ma'am. And because whenever I got a project, whenever I got an idea, they were always open to listen to it. They always give me their precious time to understand the project and give me their views on it. We were always welcome in their rooms or in their cabins to present and pitch our products or our projects. And I think this freedom, this opportunity is something that everyone should use. As I always say, grab the opportunity. This school gives you opportunities like none other, and I think being lucky, being a part of such a school, we must use the opportunities it gives to us. And that is where I think we should grab the opportunity. Second thing I would like to conclude with is just start. Whether you want to become a dancer, whether you want to become a musician, why only such professions? Whether you want to become a farmer or whether you want to become an army official, just start. Start in your journey right now and this instant, because sometimes later can become never. Sometimes you may drop your vision. Sometimes you get a plan B, but don't keep a plan B. Keep a plan A all the time, so that you give your 121% on your plan A, and since you don't have a plan B, you will for sure succeed on your plan A and your main goal. Thank you so much, and I would like to end by telling that success is not a destination, success is a journey. Thank you.